everyone, Josh here with Access Network, bringing you another first impression video, and today it's going to be for the SEA, the Southeast Asian version of Outerplane. The game is in English already, so it's a good time to jump in and kind of get your feet wet on how the game operates, the functionalities, all the different feature sets. Check out all the different types of characters that are available, all the different types of game modes, and all the new content that they add between now and, of course, global launch. So it's just definitely a good time to get in. And in case you want to play as well, I will have the APK in the description below. And as we always do on these first impression videos, I will do a total grade out of 10, a score out of 10 if you will, at the end of the video. So stick around for that. And let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about the game so far and what your overall grade is based on what you see in today's video. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, usually I don't start these videos like kind of like mid-battle. I usually show you gameplay later on after we go over a lot of things, but I just wanted to kind of change it up a little bit for this particular video because this is a game that I've actually been, hyped for, waiting for a while. It's kind of been flying under the radar because a lot of people have been waiting for Star Rail, they're waiting for Black Clover Mobile, Solo Leveling, Seven Deadly Sins, Origin, etc., etc. This one's been kind of flying under the radar, but this is essentially going to be the next game out of Smilegate that's going to be kind of like Epic 7, except in 3D and more modernized. So I'm very excited about this because I did enjoy Epic 7 for what it was for quite a while. It still is a game that I felt was kind of released before its time, especially graphically speaking. And I feel like this game could do some more of the same. And again, it's going to be an anime style. So if anime style is not your thing, that might be unfortunate, I suppose. But if you are a big fan of anime and you are a big fan of turn-based games, then this game is definitely something that you want to check out. The animations and the character artwork are amazing. Now, it might not all come through clearly because we are, of course, running on an emulator, which is not a native device for this game, obviously. So keep that in mind. But I'm telling you right now, if you put this game on your phone, you're going to love the graphics. So let's go ahead and just show you some gameplay. Right now, we're currently on a boss fight. We're going to be fighting Rona, which is one of the units that you actually get for free. We'll go over some of that stuff, though, later on. So let's go ahead and just click auto and let the battle go. So we're going to see some old animations here, which look very, I mean, look how gorgeous that looks. That looks so good. The animation effects are very spot on. Let's go ahead and turn it up the speed a little bit here. And the whole team that you're seeing here, ladies and gentlemen, right now that I'm using is 100% free to play. You don't even have to summon to get any of these units. Well, one of them's a selective pull, but again, you're not using any summon currency for that. And we'll go over all of that in our reroll guide and things like that, later videos, of course. So we'll try and cover a lot of stuff that we can before global launch because we're all pretty excited here at Access Network for Outerplane. So we have our, you have your turn meter, obviously. Underneath your character's HP bars. You also, of course, have at the very bottom of the battlefield, at the battle screen, I should say, you have your turn order. It kind of just shows, what unit is going when. You see here, I didn't get a 3-star clear. We'll have to go back and do that. We had somebody die, so we're not going to get the full maximum 15 gems. We only got 10. So we'll have to go back and re-clear that. You see some of the first-time clear rewards. We got some gear here. Some gear enhanced materials. We got some gold. And we also got some upgrade materials. So lots of different materials in this game, as, a lot of you probably expect with games like this. So let's go ahead and get out of this now. You saw a little bit of the gameplay there. You have 3 different abilities. You also have a chain combo ability, and you can use AP points to use your skills. Okay, so let's go and get out of that. So here is the main lobby. Right now I have 5,160 gems or ether, as they call them in this game. I'm pretty sure that's what they call them, right? Or am I tripping? Well, let me look. Yep, it's ether. Okay, ether, however you want to say it. So that is the premium currency you're going to be using mostly for doing your summonings. I have 400,000 gold. We got 80 stamina right now. So, same song and dance. You can, turn the eye on and off if you want your lobby UI to appear or not. You have your storage, you have your chat. You also have your additional menus, your mission, your codex, which you can go in and take a look at all the available heroes in the game, which is very cool. You can just go in here and see units that you don't even own yet, kind of read over their skill sets, and kind of see what future team builds that you want to set up and what units are kind of top tier and not so top tier. And we might even have a tier list, because a tier list has been put together over the course of the past few months, because I don't believe many of these units skills have actually changed very much, and if they have, it's not been too bad, so it hasn't really reflected much in the tier list. So that's really good. So you can go through and take a look at all those heroes. Also in here, you have your managed team, you have your adventure, inventory, your shop, your recruit, which is where you'll do your summonings, which you unlock at 1/4 of story, which is also when you unlock auto. So you can do your auto battling instead of having to do it more hands-on, if you're more of a laid-back player, or if you're in early game and you don't really need to mess around with it too much anyways. You have your friends, your guild, you have your settings. You can go in there and set up, 30 frames per second, 60 frames per second. I do believe they have that, right? Yeah, low and high. You have your anti-aliasing, post-processing, motion blur, shadows, your game, notice, sound, account info. It's also where you're going to go to do your redeem codes. So if they ever add any redeem codes, that's where you'll go. It's in the account section. You have your character up here. Obviously, I'm Exis. Hello. Level 6. We also have your UID, your guild, arena tier, your birthday. If you want to put it in there, you can do a little max 30 characters, little greeting. I'd probably just put in there, a member of Exis Network. You also can set up your support, so when people are using support heroes later on in battle, they'll be able to select from whatever ones that you have set up, which is very nice. So that's pretty much more or less all of that. We have our events over here. They have a few events going on currently, which is always good. You can also go visit some of their social media. They have the stove, which is where you're going to be using to connect your account. I hate that they still use that stove thing. I really am not a big fan of it, but it is what it is. You have your Twitter, the Facebook, their YouTube, and of course their official Discord, which I also recommend going in there in case you need some additional help. You can go in there and get it quite fast. There are a lot of active people in there. It's been playing all the CBTs, and they're going to be very helpful. All right, down here we have the guide quest, which is one of the best features in this game. I like seeing these in a lot of games where they give you these first time rewards, and are usually very beneficial to the progress of your account, and you just got to do certain things. Now, you're not going to get this all done overnight, or even probably in the first few days, or even maybe the first few weeks. It all depends on how you play and how you progress and how difficult the tasks are, but the rewards are very well worth it, especially considering you're getting additional shards for Rona. So Rona's a free-to-play character, which you can also build up and star up further by awakening, or transcending her, if you will, because they're giving you additional shards. So that's always very nice to get a powerful hero. I believe on the tier list, off the top of my head, I think they have her as an A or an S. I can't remember. But she's still pretty good, and she's a free-to-play hero. So again, this game does a very good job of giving you a lot of free-to-play heroes, which is nice. And we'll cover more of that stuff in our reroll guides. I think Gherky is going to be doing a passer play video talking more in depth about the game. That we're not going to be able to cover all the way in this first impression. So definitely look forward to that as well. So I'm sure a lot of you probably want to see me do a quick summon before we talk about some of the hero base information that some of you might be curious about, and then we'll get out of here. All right, so right now there's 3 banners in the game. Obviously you don't see the selective because I've already done that. That'll be again covered in the reroll guide. But we have the Laplace or Laplace, however you want to say her name, recruit, which is up right now. You'll see here that the rates in this game are 2%, which is actually pretty solid. 2% is very good. It's actually double what a lot of the other games are recently. Some games are even lower than 1%, which really sucks, but it is what it is. But 2% is pretty solid. Her banner, though, she's actually a 0.8%, so she's actually a huge rate up in her own banner, which is good to see. That means going forward that the hero rate up banner will be actually really good. The rate up will actually be a really good percentage. So I do like the 0.8%, and then a 1.2 to pull any of the others. And then if you look at their individuals, it's 0.109, which is basically, if you just round it up slightly, it's going to be 0.11. So that's not bad at all. There's 3-star heroes, 2-star heroes, and 1-star heroes in the game. The 3-star heroes are basically this game's version of a 5-star or a legendary or an SSR. And then the 2-star heroes would be basically the equivalent of an epic hero or a 4-star hero in other games, or an SR. And then, of course, the 1-star heroes would be this game's equivalent of elites, or a 3-star hero in other games, or a rare. So, just so you know, Just want to kind of throw that out there so you guys have that for comparisons. Then we have the normal rate, the normal banner here. That is just the flat 2%, and everybody's in there that I can think of. I don't think anybody's missing. I might have to double check. So if I am incorrect on that, I do apologize. But it definitely looks like everybody's in there. And the rates for each individual right now is 0.1667, which would be basically rounded up to 1.67. So, or 1.7 if you want to get really technical. But yeah, not bad. 2% is pretty solid. Just off the top of my head right now, Valentine is an amazing hero, and so is Noah. There are others there too, but those are just the two that stand out just because those are going to be covered a lot in the reroll guide. So there's you just some food for thought. Just keep those two names in your mind, Valentine and Noah. Okay, so that is that. Let's go ahead and do a summon, because I know some of you have been waiting. We do have a couple tickets here that I guess I could use one of. I'm trying to save up to do a summon session. I think Gherky wanted to do one as well. So we'll have some pulls here for you, hopefully in the next day or two. All right. We charged it up. Let's see what we pull here. Okay, we didn't pull anything. we pulled doo-doo. It was only blue. So that means I think we only got a 1-star hero. Yep. We got a Gizem or a Goozem. I don't want to say his name, or a Gizem perhaps. I'm just going to call him Goozem until somebody corrects me, I suppose. Just call him Zam. Keep it simple, right? But that's more or less basically the summoning animation. Obviously, you get better animations if you're getting a 2-star or a 3-star pull. And when you get a 3-star pull, you get a full-on, like, animation, everything. You know, you'll get the words that pop up on the screen that are associated with that character, and then they'll just pop out, and then boom. So, you know, if you pull a 3-star, it's going to look much better than that. It's going to look a lot better. Hopefully, you'll see a lot of those in our summon session. Hopefully. All right, so that's pretty much it. I don't want to leave you guys off like this, though. Before we go into adventure one more time, because I do want to show you one more. I want to show you that boss fight, which I believe is my next stage of story. We'll show you the boss fight. I'm going to lose that boss fight unless I set up my team right now. I guess we could do that in the first impression. So let's see here. We got my Noah, which we grabbed from selectives. You can see right now her attack is 529, speed 123, crit chance 6.4, etc., etc. So you see the stats, obviously. You could look up here and even see that she's a striker. That's her combat type. Recovers 5 AP at the start of the turn, recovers 20 AP when attacking, and increases crit chance by 5%. And what else do we have here? Let's go to our gear. So our gear right now, we're running her on a 4-piece attack set. I've not enhanced any of those pieces. These kind of work like accessories. These weapons here. Let me go ahead and just equip that one for now. We'll talk more about gear in future videos. I do have a necklace. I'm surprised I do. Base speed. That's nice. Oh, wait, base speed. I mean base stat speed. Holy crap. Where's my mind today, guys? All right, so there's that. Special gear. Obviously, we don't have those yet. Skill. You know, those are her skills. You can look over your character skills if you'd like. Transcend. Obviously, I can't do that because I don't have enough of her shards, which you get those by pulling dupes. Maybe they'll add different ways to get those via like events or any other type of content in the future. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, basically you want to get your heroes all the way up to 6-star to completely max them out. And they also get additional benefits. For example, if I got her to 4-star, ally team critical damage plus 4%, burst level 3 unlocked, and ally team critical damage plus 8%, gain 25 action points upon entering a battle. And then we also have the trust level, which, I mean, this is pretty standard in a lot of these games. So there's that. And that's pretty much it. I guess we can go ahead and level up our snow.
What? You wanted to see me?
Use some of our food here. You get food and stuff like that from doing a lot of different things in the game. There's dungeons for things like this, or dungeons for gear. So there's definitely going to be a lot of content that you can go through. And right here is what I was talking about earlier in the video, where you have these upgrade materials. They call them stone fragments. And you can also combine them if you need higher tier ones. As you can see here, we can make the stone fragment into a stone piece, and then the stone piece can go up to a stone, and then the stone can go up to a refined stone. So, you know, That's going to be one of the grindy aspects, but, you know, that's what these games are for. They're grind. So, that's that. Did I miss something there with her? Let me go back to Snow real quick.
What? You wanted to see
Okay.
me?
What skill do we want to upgrade? Probably her ultimate, right? Yeah, we'll go ahead and enhance that. 10%. Got some skill books here. I mean, if you played Epic 7, you're going to be pretty familiar with how this game operates because it's more or less kind of similar. It does have a few different things. I don't mind skilling her up because I plan on using her for a while. Alright. So, basically, that is the gist of all of that. There's also a battle pass and stuff like that, but unless you're part of the SEA region, you're not going to be spending any money on this version of the game anyway, so I'm really not going to be talking about any of the more, you know, pay packages or battle passes or anything of that nature. Alright, let's go on to do one more battle, and then we'll end the first impression. I feel like we've rambled on enough. There's lots of different content, as we've said. I'm probably going to lose this boss battle for sure. 11,680 power versus my 8991. Yeah, I'm definitely going to die for sure. You can even see the reward info. This is what your first time rewards will be and what the other random rewards will be, especially if you want to do the stage over and over again if you are farming for specific things. And as I said earlier, there's guilds, there's dungeons for gear, there's dungeons for other materials in the game. There are ways to get hero shards, so you can build up and craft a hero. Like with Rona, for example, they give you her for free doing that. So things like that are very nice to see. I'm not 100% sure how hard it is to get summon currency yet, because even in the CBTs, we only played for like a week, right? So we would have to play for, you know, probably at least a few weeks or more to really try and push endgame content, now that the game is kind of in soft launch, if you will, in SEA. So I'm not entirely sure right now at this time how hard it's going to be later on to get summon currency. So I don't want to speculate or anything or assume anything on that right now. So if you are wondering, that's kind of my take on that at the moment. Alright. Warning. Alright, this is the big boss. I mean, look how cool these bosses look. I mean, this boss fight looks amazing. And I probably will have to go in and level up my characters, probably farm some gear, get some gear on all my units, because I think right now I only have an HP set on my healer, and I only have an attack set on my Noah. I don't think anybody else really has gear. So we're going to have to go in and do that, try and get everybody up to at least level 20, and then come back in and try again, and then we'll probably win. But I do not have any chance to win this fight right now. I don't feel that's going to happen. I love that animation, though. That is so cool. Alright, so we're going in. Now, she is amazing because she can heal your team and give your team shields with one skill. That's insane. That's very powerful. And she's a 2-star hero, and you get her for free when you start the game. It's insane. And she's very highly rated on the tier list as well when we start talking about that here later on the channel. So, again, it's very nice that they give you all these free-to-play units. Man, that boss just said nope. Ooh, getting stunned. I mean, that might be why I'm probably going to lose here. I feel like, I mean, I got him down to 6 bars, but that stun is really a pain in the butt. Yeah, that did me in. Alright. So, I'm not going to be able to defeat this boss yet. I'll have to come back in and try again. But I just wanted to show you guys a little bit more gameplay, because I felt like I didn't show you enough at the beginning. But there you guys go. This is Outerplane. So far, I feel like I'm going to give this game a 7.5 out of 10. The reason why I don't want to get it all the way up to an 8 yet is because there's still some certain things that I'm not entirely sure on. That will be a bit problematic later on, and will be even more of a grind fest, and might even be more of a long-term thing if you're free to play, especially like, you know, transcending heroes. You got skill books, you know, how hard's all these material farming, you know, going to be, especially with, you know, the stamina situation. Is the stamina situation going to be solid in this game? Is it going to be a problem like it was for a while there in Epic 7? We'll have to see. And those things, aren't going to ruin the game for me personally, but they do, of course, lower the overall grade because, again, we're rating these games on how good they are. And, I just don't want to go as high as an 8 or higher based on what I've seen so far, because I can already tell you there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to need to build up your units. You're going to need dupes to transcend them. You're going to need a lot of upgrade materials to just push them past their level caps. You're going to have to get a lot of different types of gear, so there's going to be a lot of gear farming. But the art, the animation, it's beautiful. It's stunning. I love it. It's basically Epic 7 in 3D, and I'm all for it because I loved Epic 7. Now I'm going to really love Outerplane. The music, the voice, the sound effects, all that all that sounds very good as well. So I'm very happy for all that. I'm very happy with that. So, I mean, overall, in the UI, the UI is very clean. There's nothing confusing about it. It's not all over the place. It's not overbearing. It's not taking over the screen. It's not ruining the gameplay. The gameplay is also true to form, turn-based as well, which I also love. So, again, 7.5. Let me know what you all feel in the comment section below. And I'm going to get out of here. So don't forget to tick notifications, subscribe, join us in the Discord below, and follow us on Twitter at Exodus Network. And I'm very tired. So I'm going to get out of here. Hope you guys all enjoy. Until next time, peace.